Well, I barely touched this one.
Oh, I sit down?
Sure.
No, not the warmest of welcomes, but I'll take it.
How'd you find out where I was?
I'm a detective, remember? My powers of deductions are legendary. I can track people anywhere.
So the operator at the hospital told you where I was, right?
Yeah. Any sleep last night? There's always something there to remind you in there.
Mm-hmm. It's hard under ordinary circumstances, but this damn hearing...
I wish I could make it go away for you.
Well, I don't want the memories to go away. I don't want to forget Tanya. But I do want to bury this hit and run. This whole thing.
Afraid you're gonna have to do a little shoveling on your own.
What do you mean?
Figured if anybody had to give it to you, I would.
Subpoena.
You've been called to testify in the hearing of Corey Blythe.
For which side?
Defense.
You know, it's not enough that I had to save Corey's life on the operating table. Now I have to save him in the courtroom. I'm not sure I can do that.
I wish there was something I could do so you didn't have to testify.
So do I.
I pulled strings, but turned out there were no strings to be pulled. I couldn't do anything.
Well, I appreciate you giving me this. It would have been a lot worse if it was a stranger.
That's what I figured.
So what do I do? You know, my testimony can swing this.
Well, Jake's counting on that.
I was the surgeon that got inside Corey's head, literally. I saw the exact area of the blood vessel malfunction. I'm the only one in the world that can say that.
Well, now you're going to have to say it on the stand.
How do I say it? I can color it either way. Now, Corey suffered from brain damage. That's a fact. But the interpretation of what that damage did and how it affected his behavior, it's another story.
But it's only a story that you can tell. Isn't there some way of straddling the fence, sticking to medical facts and leaving the interpretation to Tom Hardy or somebody else?
Jake is not going to let me get away with that. And Tom's not qualified to make a neurological judgment.
But it isn't fair to ask you to play God.
That's what I'm having to play, though. I can slant it either way. I can make Corey go to jail, or I can paint him as a victim of physical circumstances beyond his control and he goes free.
What's it gonna be?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not gonna know until I open my mouth and the words come out.
If you were sitting on the witness stand right now, what would you say?
There's a part of me that wants revenge. And I want it so bad I can taste it.
Really?
Does that shock you?
Well, no. I just have never heard you talk like that.
What would you do?
I'd tell the truth.
The truth is that Tanya's dead. And nothing I can say is going to bring her back. So I got nothing to lose.
It was a hell of a testimony you just made. I couldn't have done it.
You told me to tell the truth. I did.
Well, giving advice is one thing. Taking it is another. You have my respect.
I'm just glad it's over.
Excuse me. I'm desperately sorry for what I put you through on that witness stand, Tony. If there were any other way...
You were just doing your job, and I'm sorry I made it so difficult for you.
Don't be ridiculous. What you did on that witness stand was above and beyond the call. I'm grateful, no matter what the outcome is.
I don't think I'm going to stick around for this verdict. I've had about all this case I can stand. I'm going to go home.
I better get back to my table. The judge could be here in a second.
All rise. Be seated.
Will the defendant please rise? Corey Blythe, it is the decision of this court that there's insufficient evidence to require you to answer to charges of felony hit and run in the death of Tanya Jones. It is my judgment that both psychological and physical factors beyond your control contributed to the fatal accident. And I trust that your recent surgery has taken care of your neurological condition. And so far as your psychological condition, it is a recommendation of this court that you continue therapy with Dr. Tom Hardy until at the time he feels it is unnecessary. As noted in your deposition, the court will accept your offer for volunteer community services after you've been discharged from General Hospital. Case dismissed.
Well, good for us. Yeah, good for us. Oh. Hey. Still friends?
Don't you ever lose?
Not with witnesses like your brother helping me, no. Going back to the brownstone?
No, I'm off to work.
Big case?
Could be. I'm working with Sean. Who knows what's going to happen?